Hello everyone, this is Paul from Karazin Medicine. Today we are going to study the sacrum and then the coccyx together. The sacrum the is the vertebra, is the vertebra that is located at, let's say, at the hip region of the body. So the sacrum, five vertebrae make up the sacrum, and then they are fused together. So the sacrum is a kind of a special vertebra because they are all fused together and they can make this structure. They form this structure here, as we can see here, and then just beneath it is the coccyx, and then this coccyx is attached to the sacrum and they are like fused together. uh, the sacrum has a lot of different, I would say, different indentations, unlike the other vertebrae. Now we'll start with the usual ones that we know. Let's say this is our sacral vertebra, and I will tell you briefly how this sacral vertebra is. Imagine a vertebra. This is our vertebral body. If this is our vertebral body, this would be our superior notch, then our inferior notch. So this superior notch meets with the inferior notch of the other one, and on like that. They all form this kind of circle thing, and then they all fuse together. So that is how the sacrum, let's say, came together. I don't know why, but this is how it is. Now we'll look at the parts of the special parts of it. We have this part here, which is called the apex, and then we have the base, which is this part here. So when we are talking about the base, we are talking about this part, this upper part, and the apex is this part, this lower part. We also have our auricular surface. Our auricular surface is this part here. Auricle is like the ear, so like it's this part here, where I would say you have the location of the ear is quite lateral. So this is the auricular surface. Now we have our pelvic surface, and then the pelvic surface is just the part that faces inwards, and this is the pelvic surface. The pelvic like the sacrum is kind of curved inside, so the pelvic surface is this part here. And then we have our dorsal surface, which is the other part, which is the outer part. Now we have our transverse ridges. These are the transverse ridges, these lines here, these lines, and there are four of them. We have our anterior sacral foramen. Like, we have this anterior sacral foramen at the pelvic surface, but when we look at the back and we are looking at the same foramen, but we are looking at it from the back, it will be called the posterior sacral foramen. So it's the same foramen, but because we are looking at it from two different sides, we have two different names for it. Now we'll look. We have three basic crests in the body. In the sacrum. We have in the middle here the median sacral crest. We have immediately after it the intermediate sacral crest, and then very far from it the lateral sacral crest. And this crest, they are just like protrusions that are on the vertebra. Now we have this part here, which is the sacral horn. We have the sacral horn, we have the sacral hiatus, and then up here we have the sacral canal. So hiatus, canal. We have here the sacral promontorium. You can see it. This part here is the promontorium. That's what it's called. And here we have our processes. Our processes. That's the superior articular processes. And underneath, now we are going to be looking at the coccyx. This one has a coccygeal horn. It has a superior articular process also, and if you can see, the superior articular process is kind of fixed on the coccygeal horn. And then we have the promotorium we've talked about earlier. So the coccyx is usually like about 3 to 4 in the body, and then this is basically the structure of the vertebra. Next we'll be talking about the ribs and the other bones that make up the body.